Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. In the last episode, we took down the Tower of Doom once and for all, rescuing our pal, while also getting some necessary training for what's to come in our next two adventures we've yet to begin. Honestly, it was a very nice surprise to see a roguelike adventure being in this game. In the form of a DLC, mind you, but it was a genuinely nice experience, since I used to play a lot of Binding of Isaac back in the day. But, honestly, with that being said, it's time for our next major adventure in the world of the DLCs of Sparks of Hope. And that being The Last Spark Hunter. So, honestly, I'm very much looking forward to what our new worlds are going to be because, well, let's be honest here. We have two other adventures that are going to be just like the base game. So, honestly, with two new planets to yet to explore, I'm very much looking forward to what could possibly come. So, with that being said, let's jump right on in to The Last Spark Hunter. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to this. Thing is, well, honestly, it's been a bit since we played, like, the base game, so I'm actually kind of, curious on how they're gonna do this, just because it's been so long since we worked on the base game for this. But honestly, let's do it. Get on in. The Melodic Gardens are a place of mystery and danger. You're advised to play the main game before starting, obviously so. But honestly, we played enough of the main game to understand what we're getting ourselves into. So, we should definitely be fine. But, the training from the Tower of Doom is definitely going to help when it comes to combat in this. I don't know if we're going to get re-leveled, though, or if there's going to be new abilities or something. Honestly, I'm not really sure. But I am curious to find what we'll end up finding out about that. Also, I'm kind of curious on if we'll see, like, cutscenes like we did in the base game as well. Because there wasn't any in Tower of Doom, which I was expecting there to be. But it was all via the painting murals that we saw back in the, that was the second chapter, if I remember correctly, for the second major planet. For when we first met Rabbid Rosalina. So I'm kind of curious on if they'll end up doing the murals again, like they did with Tower of Doom, or do it like the base game where we had the cutscenes and stuff. I would think so, but I'm not sure. But let's see this. Genie, would you please find the open channel broadcast for the Melodic Gardens? Melodic Gardens is the name of this place, though. Makes sense. Our flight path to Cursa's stronghold should take us close enough to hear the planet's biophonies, the songs of the natural world. Oh, so this is right before Cursa. Okay, now that's interesting. Would that make more sense why the statue is broken, then? I'm curious about that. That's actually very curious, because the specific Spark Hunter that we're going after right now is shown in Cursa's stronghold via statue form, but it's smashed up and right behind your characters for your heroes, and you have to actually turn the camera around to see it. So I'm curious on if that's supposed to be foreshadowing then. They are the perfect balm for jangled nerves after our harrowing adventures on Barrendale Mesa. On a positive note, however, Barrendale Mesa did give us the opportunity to decisively defeat the last of the Spark Hunters. You say that, but that's not really true, because the last one is actually where we're going, apparently.
BeepO, I have doubled and triple checked the signal. Melodic Gardens have gone completely silent.
Really? But that's impossible. The entire planet is a living symphony. Unless it's going through a minimalistic phase.
I believe I found another explanation. A very recent outbreak of dark mass energy, or activity on the planet.
Really? Okay. Makes sense. Since we know outside of character that there is a Spark Hunter there. Genie, change course to the Melodic Gardens at once.
But we're going to Cursa's stronghold, right?
Soon. Even though we technically already have been. When it comes to out of character, but definitely, so this is between Barrendale and Cursa, which is interesting. Because I wasn't expecting that. I thought that the last Spark Hunter would be something after Cursa's stronghold. But being in between these two planets, that was not what I was expecting whatsoever with this. Huh. We'll get there as soon as possible, Rabbid Rosalina. I promise. What if we don't save the Melodic Gardens first? We may be walking into the lion's den with a viper at our heels. A viper at our heels, indeed. Huh. But honestly, Melodic Gardens, here we come. And curious to see what we'll end up finding there. Because it's been a while since we've traversed the planets. And I'm kind of curious on how they're going to do it. If it's going to be the same as the base game or not. But here we are. It's a jungle, though. Cool. Okay. I was kind of expecting a lot of plant life, but I was not expecting this much plant life, honestly. A cool little place, for sure. But here we are.
BeepO, the air density here on Melodic Gardens has been drastically altered. Until it has been returned to normal, our ship will be unable to achieve the thrust necessary to escape its atmosphere.
Okay. Well, that's not good, but honestly, there's no reason to leave yet. Oh, and it looks like we can choose our difficulty. We're going to stay on average. Nothing will be normal here until we rid the Melodic Gardens of darkness. Rest assured it will be difficult, but how difficult, I must ask. Of course, this level of difficulty could change at any point during our mission, but that's nothing new for us, is it? True there. Now let's hurry, before we attract any unwanted attention. Okay, off we go. But this time we have the entire crew, unlike how Tower of Doom you had to unlock characters throughout the entirety of it. But obviously, new heroes and Sparks. We should have everybody available, I would think. Okay, we do. Good. Are they choosing our Sparks for us? No, it looks like we have everything still. It looks like. I could be wrong, though. I do see Ethereal, so we do still have Ethereal. Okay, good. I'm gonna definitely throw that back on. Because honestly, Ethereal is like one of my favorite ones, and Vamp Dash and Ethereal on Edge is like one of my favorite combos in the game. So, I'm gonna definitely keep that. I do think, what we should do, though, is, because we ran with Bowser and Rabbid Rosalina through the entirety of the game, I'm gonna keep going with Edge, just because Edge is my favorite character out of everyone. Also, we're level 30. Okay, cool. But I'm definitely gonna say we'll, honestly, I'm not really sure who we want to run with, honestly. Just because there's so many characters we could possibly go with. We didn't really use Princess Peach much. That could be interesting. You know what? I think we'll do that. Rabbid Peach. Honestly, you know what? I think we'll do it like this, actually. We'll go with a slight team change-up, just because I do like Rabbid Peach's healing more than how regular Peach's is, because Rabbid Peach is more of a healer than anything. But honestly, not too bad. I think we can work with this. And then, honestly, from here, it's just kind of refiguring out what we had before to get our crits back up. Just because, honestly, there's a very specific way I like to play Rabbid Rosalina, honestly. And the extra crit chance was always nice. But it was the poison and the screech was what we were using. But there we go, not too bad. And then for Rabbid Peach, increases healing received. Well, the pulsar just for the revive is good. But I think, for the most part, we could do healing booster, but I think, just in general, having Rabbid Kong on us would be nice. But honestly, I think I would rather have the ability of, spawning in allies, I think, than that, I think. I think we'll go, Scoper. Actually, I'm not really sure which one I'd rather go. I think we'll go Scoper, just because the extra damage would be nice. Just because it gives us a little bit more weapon damage, and Rabbid Peach doesn't do a lot of damage. She does decent damage, I will definitely say that. But not to the point where it's doing, like, a boatload of damage like I'm normally used to. Not too bad. Other than that, do they already give us levels too? Because they didn't really specify any of that. They kind of have. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm going to say I definitely don't need that. I'm going to be honest here. Activation after a cooldown is always nice. I like that. But I'm going to be honest. There's some stuff I do not need here that could easily be put somewhere else, to be honest. Just because I didn't really use some of these abilities whatsoever. Stormblade range doesn't matter as much. Having the dashes is always good. Stormblade damage didn't matter as much either. There's not very many chances you're going to get Stormblade to be needed as much. So there's no real reason to worry about it, for the most parts. And I'd rather have the chain damage there, more than anything else. Weapon range, that's fine, but I'd rather have the critical chance as well. But that should be fine, for the most part. I also do like being able to get my action points back too, though. So probably I'd rather want that over the chain damage, I think. Just personally. Just because I really like being able to get the bonuses for some of that stuff. But there we go. So we just had to kind of refix everything for Edge here slightly. Just because it was on the wrong ones. So it doesn't keep the ones you normally use, though. Which is a little unfortunate. Because, honestly, some of these I don't use as much, because there's no need for it. But, yeah, they're not bad. I will be honest, they're not bad abilities by any means. It's just that there's less of a reason to worry about it. But, here is where things are going to get a little interesting, because I forgot how I did these levels for some of these. I know I had Wake Up Slap, but I also had the crit chance as well. So we'll go all the way back up to where we were. Drop our movements down to the point where it's not much of a problem. Just so we can kind of figure out where everything's at the moment. We know we had extra damage. I think weapon range was lowered to being non-existent pretty much. I don't think I had as much HP for Rosalina as well. And actually I could have been at base HP for pretty much the entire game, just to be honest. But I think that's basically where we were, I think. For the most part. I will double check that in between this episode and the next. But honestly, yeah, a lot of this stuff is far from stuff we actually need for just in general. And to be honest, we don't really need the Spark Refresher either, to be fair. I really just need the Spark Energy. Oh, actually, no, it's the cooldown that we want. Actually. Oh, wait, no, cooldown, no, it's, we want the chance of getting extra active point. That's what it was. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, there's a lot of the stuff we don't fully need as much on characters like Rosalina. mostly what you want is, like, being able to move and stuff like that. Movement's, like, more important for a lot of that, while also keeping, any kind of bonuses you could possibly get, while taking full advantage of your movements and stuff like that. So, as long as you can kind of get what you need, it's gonna work out in the end for you. And I think Spark Refresher on Rabbid Peach here might not be necessary for the most parts. But I do like the extra dashes, though. I will make sure we have that active for sure, just because that can definitely come in handy to do some extra damage. But honestly, I think we'll go with that, just so I'm not stuck here for too long. Because if it would be nice for it to transfer my actual abilities if they're going to put me back to level 30. But honestly, now that we're back to where we were, I'm definitely more happy about that. Let's see what's going on with SalesBot here.
Forget about biophonies, the sweetest sound in the galaxy, saving money on high-end quality pot products. This isn't public yet, but we're having a one-day only, going out of business sale. Everything must go. Mind you, it's SalesBot 9.99 plus tax solutions LLC that's going out of business. SalesBot 9.99 plus tax distribution LLC has its grand opening sale tomorrow. Little trick of the trade for you. Don't forget to leave a good review. The Galactic Institute for Marketplace Trust is really on my case lately.
Okay. Just curious if there's anything new. Okay, there is going to be some new enemies. Some golems, okay. Good to know about that. Flaming golem field breakers. Don't know what that is, but that sounds terrifying. But the golems definitely sound terrifying to me, I'm gonna be honest. But other than that, looks like base stuff we're used to, for the most part, for selling and buying wise. I think, best thing to do is, I guess, just wait on buying things for now. But, always good to check up on SalesBot, though. But here we go. The March of the Golems. Our very first level. Okay. Little worried on what we might find here. I'm gonna be honest. Little worried. But I think we should be fine. I definitely feel like we should be definitely fine for new enemies. Just because we had all that training beforehand. Is those the cannons? Yeah, those are the cannons from the Donkey Kong DLC. Well, kind of. They're the cannons from the base Kingdom Battle, but this is the first time we've actually... Oh, new Spark. New Spark entirely. Berserk. Okay. You're going to need to use the cannon to make it out of here. Thankfully, you've got me to show you the ropes. Okay. So, is this a reach level? Basically? See the button on the ground plates. Yeah, I see it. Have to press the button in order to turn the cannons on. There are two of them. See that other one there? I do. Oh, there's a golem back there. I could see him. That's a fire golem. I'm pretty sure. The cannon launching you to the safe zone won't activate unless you press both buttons. Okay, it is 100% a reach zone, though. I see it now. Easy, huh? Oh, one more thing. Win this battle, and I'll be free to join you. Okay, got it, buddy. What's that, though? Be on your guard. If my analysis is correct, we will soon see a new and terrible foe hatch from those shells like chrysalises. Okay. So they spawn in like Kingdom Battle, with how you see the ears popping out of the ground. Although this is slightly different than that, but it looks like there might be a way to deal with them unlike you could in Kingdom Battle. Once defeated, they will return to their egg state and emerge rejuvenated, unless you dash them while they're in the egg. A dangerous enemy indeed. I strongly suggest having a closer look at them, using the Tacticam. Yeah, I'll definitely look at those. We do have a fire golem over there, but I'm pretty sure the one in front of us is also one. Let's definitely double check. No, this is a shocking golem. Okay, so we have 2 of them to definitely look into right away. So find the optimal position on the battlefield to inflict a shock-based attack on as many foes as possible. So that's what it likes to do. When a golem reaches 0 HP, it will revert to the embryonic state. That is invincible to all dashing, to all but dashing or stomping. It will spawn back as a golem if not destroyed during this state. And then it's got shock transfer as well, but it does 1,500 damage in an AoE. Okay, we don't want to be hit by this thing. Produces a shock-based explosion damaging any targets within the blast area. Ignores cover. Makes sense. Shock transfer. When a golem shell is dashed or stomped, the hero's weapon is charged with a super effect. Ooh, that's nice. So we get something out of it for breaking it. I like it. Weak to ooze and resistant to shock. Makes sense. But what about our flaming golem over here? Finds the optimal position in the battlefield to inflict a burn-based attack on as many foes as possible. Same as before. Weak to splash. Burn damage. Obviously 1,460 damage via fire. And then we get a burn status when we break him. Okay, cool. And then any other golems we should know about? Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, there was one sitting over there. Is there any on the other side of the map that we should know about? Or are we good? There is a shock golem up and walking around right now. But other than that, it looks like... Oh no, there is another one. There it is. The title golem. Find the optimal position on the battlefield to inflict a splash-based attack. Weak to shock, and then resistant to splash. Okay. So we have every type of golem available in this. Okay, good to know. I think we're more than ready to get on in, though. We just gotta figure out how we want to run this. Because, I think it's gonna be all about figuring out where we want to go. And then figuring out how to get these buttons pressed. But it looks like we want to get up onto these areas where there is these golems on both sides. But we have to slowly make our way over there, and then shoot ourselves back into the middle, and then use the middle cannon to get out of here. So it's all about traversing the map until we can safely get over there. So, because that's the case, I'm going to say it's best to maybe split edge at least, for now. Just so we can understand where we want to go and stuff. But first things first is definitely preparing Edge for their journey here. So let's definitely at least get that figured out, because we need to kind of move Edge in a way that we could slowly but surely prepare for our little excursion out of here. I'm going to say definitely turn on Ethereal, though, just because we don't want to be completely damaged while we're doing things here. But let's definitely prepare for the journey here. This should take us directly to an enemy, it looks like. Maybe. Doesn't look like for sure. Maybe we should do one more dash just in case before going in. And then kind of figure out slowly on our positioning here. Looks like maybe one more. Because sometimes it doesn't show you directly with pipes sometimes. So, just in case, we'll do one more and then double check. Because sometimes it changes your movement. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, so we won't be able to go any further. So because of that, let's just get rid of the lone wolf here. And then make our way through. And then figure out from there what we want to do next. Because I think it's all about figuring out how we want to be dealing with these enemies. And then definitely making sure we start working on our golem here before he starts making any sort of movements. Because we could be invisible and still attack here with the edge. Okay, not bad. But now that we got that figured out, now it's all about figuring out where we want to go now. I'm going to say definitely Rabbid Peach is going to be the one to dash on this thing. So now we have shock effect on our weapon here. Let's definitely drop down our Oozer to even the battlefield over here, because the extra damage is very nice. And we can also stop them from attacking too, which is also good. But now that we got that situated, let's see how we want to move. It looks like the best way to do this is move in a range that lets Rabbid Peach at least let Rosalina into a safe zone. Well, safer zone, while also still moving forward by using the jump panel over here. Since we can use Envy here as long as we get into a nice little spot that I feel like would do us some good. And it looks like we can completely mess with them too, which is also good. So let's definitely set up Envy here. And then put everyone to sleep for a couple turns. While also slowly but surely getting rid of our little buddies here. While also trying to be safe as much as possible. But yeah, we should stay behind the cover, I think. Other than that, is there anything Rabbid Peach can do to kind of deal some damage here? Because these guys can dash into us, but the thing is I'm not really worried about that particularly. So I think it's just best to just get rid of our buddy here, and then let the other guy do what he wants. And then try and get rid of one of these people that are sleeping. And he survived. Okay, well I thought that would get rid of him, but fortunately it didn't. But that's not a problem though, honestly. I am curious on how dashing... Ow. 1,600 damage from that crit. Okay, the other guys are spawning though. But from what we know though, is as long as they wake up from that state, they're going to be able to, well, respawn. So we need to knock them out, while also still doing enough of a dash to be able to pick them up afterwards. So let's definitely get rid of him. And I don't know, okay, I wasn't sure on how that was going to work here for a second. But yeah, let's definitely get rid of our little guy here, so he doesn't try anything. And then it looks like a best case scenario here would be to dash into you, and then prepare ourselves to maybe get rid of both of you guys. Because we'll still be invisible, but we could slowly do some damage to these guys, and hopefully work with that. While also having that guy behind us as well. Not too bad. Surprised I can't dash you with you being like basically on top of me. But it's not too much of a problem. You could deal with our little Oozer buddy, and I think we'll be perfectly fine with that. But let's definitely move a little closer, because I think the best person for us to possibly deal with would be the Lone Wolf here. Sadly, not in range to do any dashes, unfortunately. Which is exactly what I would like to do. But, doesn't look like we're going to get that chance. So I'm going to dash you out of, here completely. And it doesn't look like any enemies are going to be able to hit me from this range, for what I can tell. But we do want to probably move Rosalina in a way that, I could start making my way up there, I think. But it is definitely going to be kind of iffy on what we end up doing here. I think we should probably keep them asleep, I think, for those ones. And then make sure our Lone Wolf doesn't get back up, for sure. Just because we don't know how they're going to react here. But other than that, I don't think there's much of a movement here for anybody else. Just because of the dashing not being the way that we wanted it to be. But thankfully our little Oozer will keep that guy busy, but hopefully not enough to the point where he won't be able to do anything, because I feel like he might do that. I'm just not too sure about it. Okay, if I were to jump up there, what would happen? It looks like I can jump up there safely, but the thing is if we do it too early, might not be the smartest idea. So we'll keep Edge back a couple turns, maybe. Just so we could slowly operate here. I'm going to say, let's definitely go for a heal, though. To at least get Rabbid Peach back up to a more standard level of life. Now we just need to figure out how we want to deal with our little buddies up here. Because we can move forward, but we don't know exactly what our shock golem's going to do as soon as we get up there. So it's all about figuring out and learning what exactly they do. So let's see, how much do you actually move? You move pretty far, and that's a big attack too. But it looks like I might be able to get up there safely, as long as I do it right, though. So it's possible to still go up there and deal with him. But it's also, we got this other guy here too. I'm going to say safest scenario here would be to get into a position where we can stay completely out of his range of attack, while also still doing damage to his buddy, I think, is what I'm going to say. Just because that seems to be kind of what we want to do in order to get into this fight without having any major problems with it. So let's definitely do that. And also low battery. That's going to be unfortunate. I'll be right back just so that doesn't spawn on the top of the screen the entire episode, because this controller will do that. So, be boys and girls. Sorry about the random cut that's about to happen. Okay, I'm back. I got it all plugged in now. It's just, usually I charge up these controllers, but it's, I thought it was charged up enough, to be fair, is what happened there. But yeah, definitely sorry about doing that cut, because, you know, normally I don't have to cut for that kind of stuff, so I just didn't want you guys to have to see that pop up on the screen every, like, 2 seconds, because whenever you have a controller that's wireless, on the Switch, it'll tell you, like, every 2 seconds that, the battery is basically gonna die in, like, 2 hours from now. And that's the case, it literally will be 2 hours before it does it. It lasts a long time, though, on these controllers. I think I'm out of range. Okay, barely out of range. But, that was good that we did that. Thing is, though, is because of that scoper, I hope they fix this. The scopers... Well, not scoper, but the oozer. I'm saying scope... Actually, no, wait, this guy might get rid of him. If it does, that would be good. Because this guy over here will, just sit here if, we let him. So I'm gonna hope that the game recognizes that, and goes easy on us. I don't know what it's gonna do, but it's very possible that the game, goes a little harsh on us, if it wants to. But I think, we can send Edge on through now that we have Vamp Dash, at least. Because as long as we can do some extra damage to the enemies around us, while also still kind of, oh yeah, we don't have the extra bonuses either. But that's not a problem. It's just that, I was hoping that this would be a different way here. Okay. So we'll do Flying Blade here. And then just prepare for anybody to, try and run us in here. So Edge will be here. It's just that, I jumped a little early thinking that my range of motion was going to be different. Which could be a problem. But it doesn't look like it's going to be fully one. Also, will they get rid of you? I'm not really sure. I'm going to dash you anyways, just in case, because I'm not entirely sure on how you work. Because it doesn't say a knockout like the other enemies do, so I need to make sure that that actually does do what I'm hoping it would do. But now that we got you out of the way, let's start preparing our team jumps. Get just enough to where Rosalina can also move, though. Well, actually, we can't move right now, but it would have been good to be able to. But let's see here. From here, we can still attack, so it's not like there's no reason to not go up here. So I think best case scenario for good old Peach here is to just get far away from our little buddy and then zap him with as much damage as we possibly can from long range and just hope it works. Okay, not too bad. definitely not that bad at all. But we'll let the turn go, get a free Stormblade off. He is trying to reposition into being able to hit us for free. And critical damage is not exactly something I like to take very often, but it's not going to do enough damage to get rid of us, so it's perfectly fine. Plus, they're in a range where we can easily dash into them without it being a major problem. So, it's perfectly fine that they're doing what they're doing. Just, we'll probably take advantage of the Vamp Dash, though. Just so we can get our HP back for where we are. And we also got the Spark Refresh, too, which is very nice. Just because that bonus will definitely come be an advantage here in a second. Because what we're going to do is definitely go straight through the cannon, since there's no reason to worry about that. Just because of, well, we have Ethereal up. And we get to do another Vamp Dash next turn as well. So, just stay Invisible Edge. No reason to go crazy yet. But let's get a little bit closer to our little buddy here and prepare. Other than that, safest option is preparing Rosalina here. I think the best thing to do is just be in range of our little guy here before the turn ends here, and then go from there, honestly. You summon in Oozer again, but the other Oozer's kind of in a weird state right now. I think what we need to do here might be to dash, I think. Put him to sleep. And then Rosalina goes for the... Or, well, Rabbid Peach goes for the quick shot there. And then... Ooh, wait a minute. That might have been a mess up. That definitely was, because he's going to respawn now. Can I still do something about this? The thing is, I don't understand if they can move after being awakened. That was actually probably the worst thing I possibly could have done, the way we just did it. Okay, well, we're about to find out. I should have did Envy instead of doing a dash. And he can move. Oh no. Okay, well at least now we know. Now we know for sure. And that's a learning process. But that was not exactly how I was trying to do that in the first place, to be fair anyways. But I do have a way of still doing this, so it's not like we got a major problem. It's just that how we do this is a little differently. We just gotta do the vamp attack, and then plus the our little blaster to blast this guy into smithereens, pretty much. Because the critical damage is exactly all we need to do, really. So, lifesteal him completely, knock him on out, and then dash into him, get rid of him completely, jump on over, press the button, and go from there, honestly. And then just prepare for whatever we need to do next. But not bad. Not bad at all. And now we understand how the cannons work, too, on top of that, because they told us at the beginning, but now we know for sure on what we need to do for them. But yeah, definitely set up the Vamp Dash, just because we know we're going to want to use that to get rid of this guy, just so we get the extra practice. Knock him down, get the free dash, press the button, and jump on through the cannon on both sides, because now we have the final area unlocked. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty cool first little level here to understand the new mechanics for the new world here. I really do like the Melodic Gardens already, just because of how they're kind of like traversing with each other so far. Definitely liking that. And it looks like this one teleports you basically close enough to maybe get back, actually. As long as you have the glide bonus, I think you could easily get all the way back in one turn, almost. Yeah, if we had glide bonus, I think we would have been able to get in there and then jump on over. Huh, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Oh, we still got that enemy. But he's too far to the point where he can't get back. And now we have portals spawning, so it's good that we're back now. But, yeah, let's definitely jump through the cannon. And end off our very first level. Not bad. The March of the Golems was pretty good, honestly. I really like that. Definitely a fun level. Definitely a fun level. And we are getting levels. Really? Okay. I think 30 was the max in the base game, so we're still getting levels. Okay. Cool. Makes sense, kind of. Although now we're going to technically be stronger than we were when we fought Cursa, right? Huh. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. Because I wasn't expecting to get levels, honestly. I thought we were going to be max level throughout the entirety of it. But that's cool. That's really cool. First level done. Since we are close to the source, open your ears to the biophony, the most emotionally uplifting eco music in the galaxy. Eco music indeed. Ooh. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's a very bright and vibrant place. I like this. I really much like this. Okay, but what do we need to do here, though? Exactly. I wouldn't have thought anything could completely silence the melodic gardens, even darkness.
BeepO, I believe I understand the melodic gardens is out of balance due to the muzzling of its symphonic ecosystem. For example, the planet's air density has become much heavier, which is preventing our ship from launching. Given that all music is merely a determinant of the mathematical laws of harmonics, could we not simply reconstruct the planet's biophonies and digitally to restore harmony to the melodic gardens?
Genie, real music cannot be reduced to mere mathematics. Why the two have all much in common as an octave and an octave in an octopus. Okay. But true.
Interesting. That an octave is the distance between the first and eighth note of a major scale, and an octopus has eights.
Well, that's a learning experience. I wasn't expecting to learn something like that, but cool. Enough, Genie. It's his face. But we did get some skill prisms. How many did we exactly get? Because it looked like we got one. We already know how to upgrade. You don't need to tell us this. We more than understand how to level. But, I'm definitely going to say Final Hit is definitely good, so I'm going to just say we just hold that. There's no point in using it right away. Although, there could be a use for somebody else, though. Extra movement or something similar to that. And we could get the glide boost, so you know what? We'll do that for now, actually. Just because that could definitely come in handy. And then honestly, for good old Rabbid Rosalina here, it really depends on how we feel, honestly. Extra movement is always good, extra glide chance is always good. Gliding would definitely be better, because the more movement for edge later, if we use the glides to our benefits. But other than that, no other character really needs anything right now, honestly. Just because of how Edge works, honestly. So, I guess just a little bit of Stormblade damage, and we just go with that, honestly. There's nothing else we could possibly do, so just get what we can, honestly. But Harmony Disruption is our quest right now. We also got Berserk, I almost forgot about you. Let's definitely take a look here. Also, I'm kind of curious on our map as well, since we are working with a whole new place. Okay, it looks like we're definitely going here. And it looks like maybe the map opens up into a different area once we go through here too. Okay. We do have some missions as well nearby. The Warrior and the Beast, which is level 35, so we definitely don't do that. We got Darkness in the Jungle, and then we got Harmony Disruption. Okay. Any kind of memories that we unlocked yet? Don't think we would have, but it's definitely good to check. We got 9 weapon skins to find, 4 other sparks to find, and then 14 memories. Got it. Not too bad. Other than that, though, what does our new spark do? Because I have no clue on what he could possibly do. Increases hero's max HP to 30, though. That's not bad. Hero deals 8% weapon damage and gains 8% weapon or damage resistance for each enemy within their range. Wow. That actually just sounds like a massive buff to Rabbid Mario. So basically just get rid of this, throw this on, and then you're basically a monster at that point. Because all you really... Well, weapon-based attacks is always good. But honestly, yeah, just put on max HP there and with Regenesis here. And then Rabbid Mario is going to be running around like a massive tank. Because his HP is like really, really high, as you can see. 12,000 experience, or 12,000 HP just with the 2 sparks, not even upgraded to level 5. That's, yeah, that's pretty good. That's very good. Also free item. Yoink. I'll be taking that. And also, we'll also be taking one other thing. Now that we have money, let's definitely spend a little bit of it. Just so we can have at least something going on. Because I want to have at least a little bit of some stuff here. Even if we don't have a lot. But yeah, that should be fine. At least those 2 items to be working with, I think. But now that we got that, it looks like we only have one possible location to go. Ooh, we do have something to look at, though. A replica of a violet-crested swingback funk bird. The pecking sound they make is a grit. Your teeth, thunderous bass line. I love it. Okay, then. Okay, so that's where we need to go. Any reason to shake these? It looks like there might be a hide-and-seek thing somewhere. Where do we actually go? Oh, didn't see the little pathway there. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. I really like this. But we also got this as well. Use BeepO scanner. Obviously, we can do that. And I'm guessing we're just looking for a nice little place to climb down. Cool. Easy peasy. We also got, obviously, for the other little ability here, for Screech. Not too bad. We also got another thing to look at over here. I find nothing amusing about a bellhop neglecting his duties, even if it's to add that funky icing to a crispy drum fill. Okay, then. Interesting. Ooh, free Powwock. I'll be grabbing that. And then for that dark mess thing, it looks like that's basically just on top of us. So if we turn around for a second, we can go and do our first like quest. I'm guessing it's probably an invisible bridge. Okay, cool. Dark mess in the jungle. Let's definitely do that first before going any further into the like things that we could possibly do. It would probably be best to definitely get a good look, because more spark points for leveling our sparks to level 5, or however far they can go now. And, because normally it would be 5, but it might be upgraded for this now that the levels go higher. And it's a Rabbid Luigi level, specifically, because this is something more of his speed. Okay. Well, there's 20 of them, so I'm definitely going to be swapping in Rabbid Luigi here. Thing is he actually does not have exactly what I would like him to have. Just like the other characters, so quickly do that real quick. He really loves reactivating his characters, though, for sparks. So we definitely want to have that, as much of that as possible, while also taking full advantage of his movement and stuff like that. So as long as we grab stuff like extra movements, extra, like, being able to do other things, he's perfectly fine for whatever he needs to do. But not too bad. And then for sparks-wise, probably just swap on what Rabbid Peach has, I think. Just because, 1, I really like being able to spawn guys in. And then 2... Actually, we don't need Pulsar. We can at least have what we currently have for at least being able to do that one. Other than that, I also do miss Starburst a little bit, to be fair. So that could also be a nice one to have in general. Actually surprised Starburst didn't have anything other than... Oh no, he had incoming physical damage, it just didn't want to show it. But yeah, I think just being able to have the poison damage on top of that, if we hit other enemies, they'll get that as well. So it's better for us to have that too. But not too bad. Okay, we can work with that. We can definitely work with that. But, quick little remedy to his abilities there. We don't need to heal our team either, so we're perfectly fine. Okay. So we have everybody for AoE right now. Well, Bowser would be another AoE character we could use. But we also have a POW block as well. We do have Magic Koopas around here. We got Dark Mess Eyes everywhere. We got some Bomb-Ombs that we could throw later. It's all about kind of figuring out our positioning and going from there. But what's the best possible location for our little buddy here to be able to do as much as we possibly want? Can't get up there, but that doesn't mean that we can't get up there. Okay. There is a possibility, though. As long as we do it right. I'm going to say... First, we definitely want to at least move Edge, I think. Just to be able to go somewhere. I think we'll jump off of Rabbid Luigi, though, to do it. And then go from there, I think. Just because Edge is going to want to have as much movement as possible. And getting anybody close to us out of the way first is probably going to be our best way of doing that. And we also got Ethereal back right away, too, which is insane. I'll honestly definitely take that over not getting that. Okay, you're basically down for the count. I think we can go for a dash into you. And then somewhat prepare on the eyes here. So we'll go for these two over here. Break them on out. Not too bad. Pretty good easy turn. Rosalina might not need to do much for worrying about Rabbid Luigi here. So all Rabbid Luigi really needs to do is just jump on up. Jump up again. And hope and pray that we can get up here perfectly fine. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. It's a little worrying where we are. But honestly, as long as we turn on the ooze attack and do as much extra damage as we possibly can, we should be able to make this work in a way that should be good. I'm gonna hope. Although, it's not really working in the way that I want it either, to be fair. But I might be able to still do this in a way. Not exactly working the way that I thought it would, for sure. But what I can do, per se, is we can still make this work. It's just I need to do it a very specific way to do it. It's just that we're going to need to spawn this guy in, I think. And then back up from this location while he's running around, keeping these guys occupied for a second. Because right now our current positioning is not going to really help us. And I think he's safe in the current position too, for the most part. It shows that there's an enemy there, but they have to kind of move into position where it would hurt them if they do it. So I think we are good. Just not in the way that I would primarily do it, is all. And then I don't think we can jump off of Edge at all, so that's not going to be much of a case here. So I think it's all about just slowly preparing. Didn't want to break my block there either. But that's fine, I think. I think we can still work with that. And then, obviously, Edge is perfectly fine. And let's see how our enemies are going to react here. Okay, we got a Bomb-Omb. That might fix our Disruptor movements here in a second. And we're in a good spot that's, like, hard to hit, too. So, Rabbid Luigi's got, like, a really good spot other than that one little weak point there. So, as long as we move properly, we should be pretty much fine for the most parts. Not 100% of the time, but enough to the point where it's not going to be a problem right away. Just, we don't want to open ourselves up any more than we can right now. Oh, you can still hit me. Really. Surprised about that. But, these guys are long range, so it makes sense. It's just I wasn't expecting it. Rosalina's getting hits. We also are getting a lot of enemies spawning because of these guys, too. But that's exactly what they do, though. It's just that, the area is so open that it was going to be inevitable that we were going to get attacked. And we might actually get knocked out immediately for something that's... Huh. That's fun. Well, Rosalina's down, but the thing is that... Wow, okay. Level 31? Okay, this is all edge now. Huh. Well, we're invisible, at least. Just not exactly in the way that I thought this was gonna work, is all. Huh. Okay, then, definitely the extra dashes, then. We're gonna be playing this game. Because, there's no way to get them back up without Pulsar at the moment, so let's definitely, even the playing field, then, if they're gonna be playing the way they are. The Magic Koopas can be a problem, but the thing is, the only real major problem is, the extra enemy spawning. And the thing is I feel like, because of how this is right now, this might not be the best, way to do this right now, honestly. We could go into you, but the thing is there's just so many enemies. I might have to do a small cut just to kind of get, like, just to redo what we just did, just because, I was not expecting as many enemies as there was. I knew those guys spawned in enemies, but the thing is I didn't think they were going to have as much movement as they did. Because I would have completely went into a different direction. Like, I just probably would have put everybody in the same area. And just slowly made my way through this instead of, moving them like I did. Splitting them up was not a good idea. Because as soon as we split up, Rabbid Luigi and Rabbid Rosalina went down. Jeez, okay. Not an easy level, for sure. But we were able to get 5 of them out of the way immediately. And if Rabbid Luigi did get an attack in immediately, we probably would have been in a lot better situation with the Dark Mess Eyes here too. But with that being said, I'll be right back and we'll be in a way better situation. Just didn't expect it to go like this, is all. But be BeepO girls. Okay, we're in a better situation this time. Now that, so what I ended up doing is I ended up having Edge go up here, while invisible and vamp dashing, to completely get rid of one of the spawners. And then I had Rabbid Luigi and Rabbid Rosalina go over here by using team jumps in order to get into the pipes. And then put one to sleep, blasted him as much as I possibly can with a kaboomer to get rid of one of them. Well, do enough damage to one of them, and then dash in with Rabbid Luigi to get rid of him. And this guy's asleep for an extra turn. And we also got this guy asleep because of the enemy dash. So we're in a better situation now. And then on top of that, what I ended up doing is putting Edge over here while invisible. And I think that should also block off that pipe as well. I don't normally do that, but it should work that way. As long as things goes good. And if they go back like that, I also like that idea. But now we're going to start getting any of the extra summons in now. And if they go in a position like that, I don't even need to worry about the summons either. Just the extra ones are going to be a problem later once they start really ramping up. They are trying to break through, though. Magic Koopa can go through blocks like that, though, so we're going to get hit still. But it's not going to be as bad as it normally would be. Yeah, 252, that's not too bad. Or 2,500 and that, but it could be much worse. We still took a lot of damage on one character, but it's not in a way that it completely messes us up like it normally would. Okay, we need to pick this up, and I actually can't hit those. Well, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping that would. Huh. Okay, well that's a problem. Actually, where would I rather go here? I don't like the idea of having some of these enemies on top of me, like they are. So I guess this is fine. Because these guys are long range. And I would have hit that guy too, but I felt like that was going to blow up in my hands, honestly. And then just do enough damage to scare him off a little bit, I think. Other than that, no real major thing we need to do here. Because I can't really do much with Edge with what we just did. I think what we can do, however, is summon in our Oozer here to at least do a little bit of something. We also got a Spark Refresh too, so that's not too bad. You woke up the wrong person, man. Why'd you do that? Oh no. That's exactly what I didn't want. Okay, well, because you did that, you just really made this a lot harder than it needed to be. Because what I was going to do was a little different, but we still have a little in safety here. In case this guy does... You know what, actually? Yeah, give me the double dash, actually. We're going to make sure you don't chase me down or spawn anything. I feel safer with you gone, honestly, in the end scenario there. Then what we'll do is, because we know that this is safe, we'll do a little bit of Dark Messiah raising here and get rid of those. Not too bad. Back to where we were, though, when it came to the amount that we've done. And I think the best thing to do here is just get into a position that we get him out of harm's way as much as we possibly can, while also still helping him out just enough to be able to still do a little bit of something here. It's definitely not the best case scenario, but it's not the worst case scenario either, is what I'm trying to say. But, best case scenario for Rabbid Rosalina, though, is to get into a safety zone and just make sure that we do just enough damage. And I think the best one for this, honestly, is to do a double dash into you and do we get rid of you. It doesn't say that we do, but it doesn't mean that it won't happen. Okay. Well, because of that, we don't have any confirmation on you going down or not. I'm going to say best case scenario here is that doesn't get rid of you. Okay. That's fine. We get rid of you completely, and we run Rabbid Luigi out of here, I think. But yeah, let's get rid of you. I don't want any more Magic Koopas chasing us down right now, if I can help it. That guy's still asleep, so now we just run, I think. Just run for safety, do what we can, maybe even run a little bit further, if possible. Probably not exactly where I should have done that, actually. But, I don't think we can get hit here. We're about to find out. But, let's see here. We are out of range. Okay, good. So nothing can get to us right now. That's perfect. It's a really good spot to keep Rabbid Luigi for now while he's hiding for dear life right now. But now that we got our Stooges preparing, and we also got our Oozer there too, which will keep them busy. And these guys can attack for the two that are closest to them, honestly. So we're in a very good situation there. But we do want to have enemy up as soon as possible, if we can get it. But now that we're back into there, now it's all about figuring out how we want to move. I'm going to say first case scenario is make sure you are not moving. The faster we get rid of these Magic Koopas, the better, I think. It's just about figuring out exactly how we want to do it. I'm going to say we summon the Oozer over here, though, so he doesn't do anything stupid. Because these guys will attack things that you don't want them to attack sometimes. Just don't do what I'm thinking you're going to do. Okay, thank you. We completely messed with their movement, though. Because these guys aren't going to be attacking anymore. Which is perfect. Okay, what we can do now is we can back up a little bit. Get into a position where... Oh yeah, our other guy's going to be getting up here in a second. Shoot. That could be a problem. But that might not be a major problem. Because what I can do, per se, is go back through here and get rid of him. Because I am not letting him go through at all. You are definitely not coming through here, bud. No more extra summons for you, and definitely not chasing me down. I'm going to be completely honest there, bud. Though I don't knock you out. That could be a problem, but that can also be remedied as well, because we can still jump. So, let's get Rabid Luigi over there then, and do a little bit of a team jump, because we're going to need to do that for what we want to do. Because he still has dashes. Then we can also do a dash like that onto both of them too, on top of that. So that's not too bad at all. And then make our way back through. Okay, not too bad. Magic Koopa is still... Also, we're still in a position where we don't really want to be moving too much with Rabid Luigi over there, because he can't really go anywhere right now because of the team jump. But, anyways, I think first things first is definitely making sure Rabid Luigi at least follows, I think. Because he might be able to at least get rid of our other guy. No, but it's something. It's not exactly how I'm gonna hope this goes, but I'm gonna hope it doesn't go too badly, is all I'm gonna say. But let's definitely get rid of you first, to at least make sure that nothing gets summoned in. Other than that, I can't really help with Edge over here, so Edge is still gonna need to kind of go on their own here for a little bit. Thankfully, it's not in a point where we can't do anything, so we definitely can do something. It's just not going to be in the same way. But we also did get a refresh, too, on our ability. So we still get another extra movement here, as long as things go good. Okay, not too bad. There's not really much I can do at the moment. But at least it's something compared to nothing. But I am going to say, best case scenario, get another 2 eyes out of the way before anything bad does happen. But yeah, Edge is going to be just sitting around doing as much as they can. Okay, you are still weakened. It's not enough to get rid of you, though. Like I intended to. Well, it could be a problem. But it could also be easily fixed, maybe. And you don't dash either. You're not the kind that dashes. How much damage will you do? Oh, it says you do nothing. Really? Okay, that's good. So when we exhaust them like that, they actually can't do anything damage-wise. Okay, cool. Well, we'll make sure he's gone then. Just for next turn. Just to confirm that we'll be fine, I think. At least we don't have to worry about him, at least. These guys are still going to be a problem, though, later. But Edge can easily mess with these guys if need be. And we still got the Oozer up there, but they're going to most likely knock the Oozer out. But not bad. Okay, that was a much better turn than I thought it was originally going to be. And it's still getting rid of people's attacks, too. This Oozer is really good on this map. I'm very glad I brought it. Okay, so where do we want to move first? Because, right now I'm a little worried on, moving. I am definitely going to get you out of here, though. No more, exhausting, people from other sides. But, we definitely want to go back through now. Definitely. I'm going to say, first case scenario, though, is preparing to get rid of the Magic Koopa there. and making sure he's out of the fight completely. So we need to be close enough to be able to dash him, and then close enough to be able to get back to where we need to. But it looks like we need to do a small vault in order to dash him later. But first things first is making sure to do an attack. And also repositioning Rabbid Rosalina first, too. That would also be smart. I'm going to say where I want to be is like right here-ish, honestly. That's a very good spot. So let's give you a couple blasts into next week. And then do our nice little dash to get rid of them. Just because now we are perfectly good to get rid of you. There we go. Okay, cool. Now is all about where do we want to position. Because Rosalina likes being where they're at. But I'm going to say let's try and get these guys into an open space. I'm going to say. Because then we can really use the disruptor here if we do that. Okay, so we want to do it like that. Definitely. And we do have the ability to go for ooze damage, so let's turn that on immediately and go from there. And we got the refresh too, that's perfect. That's insanely good. And let's get rid of our extra little buddies here that are gonna try and make this a lot harder than it needs to be. There we go, perfect. Okay. Magikoopa won't be able to attack, so we're perfectly good there. Honestly, best case scenario right now, I'm going to say, is to get rid of the extra eyes over here while we can. And there is a way to get rid of all of them. Okay, cool. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Good thing we got the extra, or how that radius works for the AoE for that, because that would make things really hard if it didn't work that way. Longer level, though, I'm going to be honest, just because of how I thought you couldn't attack. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter at this point, but I thought you guys can't attack like that. Ooh, thank you for getting rid of that eye for me. Thank you, bud. That actually really works. Okay. Well, now it's all about getting back into position now. I'm going to say best case scenario is just don't go invisible yet, maybe? There's not really much we can do from that range. From here, though, I'm definitely going to say best case scenario is getting rid of this guy right now. And then making sure he's down. Even if we're in a bad position, I think. Because, honestly, I'm more worried about him attacking me here and getting back up and doing a lot of damage in the near future. So, probably best to just do what we just did and then prepare for the next 6 eyes. We got 2 more where edges. We got 3 over there. So one of them is still missing somewhere. We're spawning in Bob-Ombs, though, and well as Magikoopas. But we're in a position where I don't think we get hit no matter what we do in our current location. We don't have our little guys we want to be spawning right now, but the thing is we also got Bob-Ombs coming in. And that could also help out with our little Magikoopa problem. Because all I need to do is just dash one of them, and they all go up. So, easily able to get rid of you, as long as we do it right. But where's our last eye, though? Oh, the one that's sitting on top. Yeah, that does make things a little harder. But, honestly, yeah, do that, actually. And then we could make sure we do the knockout blow. I like the idea of that, just because then we don't have to worry about the Magikoopa later. You know what? Let's do it. It confirms that he goes down as soon as that Bob-Omb blows up. So let's just do it. Get rid of all the Bob-Ombs in one go. Poor Rabbid Luigi got blown up in the process, but he's already down for the count, so it doesn't really matter. But not bad. Not bad at all. And then we can also, maybe, just maybe, doesn't look like I can hit both of those, actually. Okay. That can be a problem. It definitely can. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a way for us to hit both of those, actually. Even if we do it from a little bit of a range. Because if we do it like from like an angle here, it should still hit it. But the thing is how it's aiming for it, it makes it so it doesn't. Huh. Okay. Well, a little bit of a problem, but it's not too much of a problem. But I do think first case scenario over here would be to ethereal over here. Do a little bit of damage to our little spawner here. Just so he doesn't get any ideas, I think. And then just see what we could possibly do. And also, while we can, let's do a Stormblade too. Probably a good idea to do that. And then, I don't think we can hit all of those, but we can at least get rid of these two. And then go from there. Definitely at least something we can do. But not bad. But now we're going to finally have the characters meet up here in a second. Just, gotta hope that we don't get hit too hard is all. Okay, did a little bit of damage to him. Always fine. Got more portals spawning on the other side. But honestly, I'm going to say as long as we do this the way that I hope we can do this, we should be able to easily, quickly dispatch our little spawner here. And then possibly back up back into here. And get rid of these dark mess eyes in a way that works out for us in the end. Just because we're going to need to get rid of these anyways if we want to get out of this alive. But we also need to find a way to get Rosalina up into a spot where she can get to that last eye there too at the same time. I'm going to say probably just dash you to sleep positions. And then it looks like best case scenario is to just take full movement here and run it back, it looks like, for the most part. And then we can't get both of those eyes, though, from this angle. So maybe not do it that way. Have Rosalina follow up and maybe do a jump, possibly, at some point. That's probably the better option. I like that more. Because then we can use the team jumping it there as quick as possible to get the last one. Without anything major, like spawning out of the other things. Because most of that's going to be bomb-bombs, and we're invisible, so that doesn't really matter. Because how ethereal works. But there is still that Magic Koopa that spawns there. But he also spawns with what should be another bomb-bomb. So all those portals are always going to spawn in a similar amount of things for this area. That's good to know. It's very good to know. But in this situation, I'm going to say it's definitely best to possibly make sure these guys go down, I think. I'm going to say we can still go for ethereal for sure. So let's definitely turn that on real quick. Do a couple dashes here to make sure they all go down. Okay, there you go, buddy. I'm going to take this real quick. And I need to get out of here before you go up in flames. Here we go. Not too bad. Okay, not bad at all. And then all we really need now is just Rosalina to be able to follow Edge. And we are good to go. Because as long as we do a team jump, be able to get into the pipe, Edge can do all that they need to do as soon as they get out of the pipe, as soon as Rosalina gets up there. Which is very, very good. Thing is a little bit, yeah, definitely a harder level for sure, just because of how many enemies spawn. But a very rewarding level, in my opinion, just because that gave us a lot of battle preparation for what's to come soon, for sure. Just because I was not expecting it to be as crazy in missions this early, just because of it being the very first mission on the planet. But not bad at all, honestly. Very glad it turned out good the second time round, after repositioning once. Because it wasn't hard to reposition the beginning area of that. But honestly, I'm going to say this is where we'll more than likely be ending off today's episode as soon as we get back here. But honestly, wow. Dark Mess in the Jungle, definitely harder than the first one here. That's for sure. But we also got a little point too, which we can use for later. But with that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys. The last Spark Hunter is definitely looking pretty good so far. So I'm very much looking forward to continuing in our next episode and seeing what we possibly get ourselves involved with, since we still are just learning about this new Melodic Gardens place. And honestly, well, it's not really a garden, it's more like a jungle, let's be honest here. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being spooky. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.